You've heard James say it a million times. Respect the polygon. At Weather Call, we make the polygon better. We call, text, or email you so you'll always know when you're in danger. No matter who you are, there's a Weather Call solution right for you. Check us out at weathercallservices.com.
This is the morning weather briefing. This is for Friday, the 22nd of March. This is James Spann. Alabama's weather turning wet today. We'll see periods of rain through tonight. Any lingering showers ending early tomorrow. Then the rest of the weekend looking good. Then the next round of storms coming in here Tuesday of next week. So let's take a look at this active spring pattern. Here's the upper air look this morning. A well-defined shortwave trough in the upper air coming through Texas and Oklahoma. That provides the dynamic support for rain. We'll check the radar composite. This was this morning about 5 o'clock, and you could see a little patchy light rain around, not that much, but we'll see a steady increase in the amount of rain today and tonight. Understand, it will not rain all day, but occasional rain likely. Temperatures this morning are mostly in the 50s for the northern half of the state. Birmingham at 58, also 50s down to the south. Montgomery at 56. Mobile 56, Dothan 58. Highs in the 60s today. Temperatures will likely be below average with clouds and rain at times. Here's the watch warning map around the nation this morning. Winter storm warnings in effect for parts of northern New England. How about that? Winter weather advisories for parts of the Great Lakes. Winter storm watches in effect for parts of Minnesota, the Dakotas, and Montana, as winter is hanging tough there. Things are quiet down here. There might be a few strong storms later today and this evening along the immediate Gulf Coast. We have a low-end marginal risk of severe storms through tonight for the Gulf Coast, basically areas along and south of Interstate 10. And there could be a few storms with gusty winds, but again, the threat is relatively low. And for the rest of Alabama, the air cool, stable, no severe storms, probably no thunder. This is tomorrow. A couple of marginal risks, one around the Outer Banks of North Carolina and one over the southern tip of Florida. Let's go to day 3, which is Sunday. We've got a risk of severe storms with the next system out across parts of Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. And then on day 4, which is Monday, we have a risk of severe storms defined for parts of Louisiana, eastern Texas, southern Arkansas, and Mississippi. And that risk runs up to about Meridian. Understand this outlook runs through 7 a.m. local time on Tuesday. And there is no formal risk defined for Tuesday for Alabama when the storms come in here. And I think that's probably the right call. We'll check rain for the next 7 days. Rain amounts for most of Alabama in the 1.5 to 2 inch range. This is valid between now and Friday morning of next week. And the bulk of this rain will be today and tonight, and then again on Tuesday of next week. So model fans, here we go, the GFS. This is the OZ run. This is valid today at 4. And you can see that well-defined trough in the southern branch of the jet stream, and that will lead to a rainy day today. And again, we stress it's not going to rain all day. Rain probably not that heavy. It will be cloudy and cool with temperatures in the 60s. This is the high-resolution rapid refresh model, the HER, valid this evening at 6 o'clock. And if this model verifies at that point, the better chance of rain over the northern third of the state. But we stress the radar will not look exactly like that. So what about the weekend? This is tomorrow, and there could be a few lingering showers tomorrow morning. But we think any lingering showers should be gone by noon. In fact, we should begin to see some clearing tomorrow afternoon. And again, a cool day. The high will be in the 60s. Sunday will be brighter, a sunny day. We start the day Sunday morning in the 30s. And understand, there could be some frost in spots early Sunday morning. The high Sunday afternoon around 70, just a nice day. And we note our new storm system, a surface low that's on the Colorado-Kansas border. Pretty deep, 977 millibars, and this could be a whopper of a snowstorm for parts of Montana, Wyoming, the Dakotas, and Minnesota. That's where we're going to see some really heavy snow there. And, of course, south and east of that surface low, there could be some strong storms ahead of the dry line, parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, and North Texas. So let's go to Monday, and we're still dry here. We'll call it partly sunny. The high close to 70, showers and thunderstorms still off to the west. And then Tuesday, the band of storms coming in here. The surface low is over 1,000 millibars, 1,001 millibars on the Ohio River. And there's just not much instability to work with, a little bit over South Alabama. So again, this really doesn't look like a severe weather day. At some point, SPC will probably put up a marginal risk for the state, but it's kind of a low-end threat. And it will be fairly windy. There'll be a pretty good gradient wind on that day, but showers and thunderstorms are likely Tuesday. And then Wednesday, that's on by. The sky becoming partly sunny. The high Wednesday will be in the 60s. This is Thursday of next week. We're dry, lows in the 40s, highs in the 60s. And this is a week from today, Friday, March the 29th. And we got a pretty good short wave over the Corn Belt, the Midwest. But down here, looks like the weather stays dry. So for now, and we're getting better consistency, by the way. So the idea for next week, we'll have that good chance of showers and thunderstorms on Tuesday. Other than that, the week is looking dry. Let's go out 10 days. This is Sunday, March 31st. Trough in the west, ridge in the east, and with that ridge, the weather here would be dry and mild. Here's a look at rain for Birmingham. This is coming off the European Ensemble. The mean about 4 inches between now and the 6th of April. Here's a look at the numbers, the national blend of models. And really for the next week or so, highs mid to upper 60s. And again, the coldest morning is Sunday morning. And notice it's got 38. And again, this is for Birmingham. Many spots could see some frost early Sunday morning. So growers beware. Then we'll see highs well up in the 70s around the weekend of the 30th and 31st. And the latest 8 to 14-day guidance in the house. This is for March 29th through April 4th. Temperatures down here across the deep south near average if this works out. You don't want to use the Q word in weather. And you don't want to use the Q word in emergency medicine. There's just some business where you don't want to say quiet. But by golly, the tornado activity here has been very low since the first of the year. Here's a look at Alabama tornadoes so far this year, and only 6 of them, and all of them coming in January. We've had no tornadoes across the state, February and March so far. So far, so good. Of course, we did have one fatality. That was down in Cottonwood near Dothan with tornadoes back in early January, but just 6 so far. And around the nation, it's kind of hard to read the chart here, but we've had 151 tornadoes, and that is below average so far. So we hope that trend continues. But, of course, looking at climatology, we are getting into an elevated stretch for tornadoes here. This is tornadoes by month from 1950, and you can see the big spike in April. Of course, this is skewed a little bit by April 27, 2011. That was a generational event, but still, no doubt March and April typically do produce tornadoes here. The big months are April, March, November, and we consider tornado season November through May. In the summer, we just don't have tornadoes unless there's a tropical system involved. But again, we just don't see a big issue here for a while. And again, we'll watch the system Tuesday of next week to see how that plays out. But again, it doesn't look like a super major issue at this point. So today, headed to Tuscaloosa, Verner Elementary School. It's going to be a fun day. I think got the whole school coming in. And I attended Verner in 5th and 6th grade. Moved from Greenville, Alabama, to Tuscaloosa when I started 5th grade, so it'll be fun coming back. Of course, when I went to school there, the school was physically located across the street from Denny Stadium, where Alabama played football on 10th Street. Tomorrow, it's a book signing. Hey, we're coming to Asheville, St. Clair County. Come on now. I see a lot of people there. We're going to be at the Pig. This is going to be good. We're going to be there between 10:30 and 1:30. Get a personally signed copy of All You Can Do Is Pray. That's the book about the generational tornado event, April 27, 2011. Weathering Life, that's my autobiography. Our children's books are really, I love those. The Benny and Chipper series. Prepared Not Scared, The Wonder of Thunder. All the shirts and hats and everything. So again, Asheville tomorrow, 10:30 until 1:30. And then Sunday, I will be at the Goshen United Methodist Church for a very special service. 30 years ago, on Palm Sunday, a tornado hit their church. This was an upper end F4, killing 20 people in the church during the morning worship service. An unspeakable tragedy. But I've just made a lot of good friends there. Kelly Clem will be back. She was the pastor when this thing happened. And Kelly and her husband Dale, they're going to be there. Just a great family, and look forward to seeing a lot of old friends. And it's a very painful type thing to remember, but understand that pain never goes away when you've suffered a loss like that. It fades maybe a bit, but it never goes away. But it's always good being around friends. So again, that'll be a special Sunday morning. And of course, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.